What's up, SNA Assassinators? This is Super Ninja Austin back here with another video, and this is the AEW Collision Review video, which is also the Go Home show the night before their big pay-per-view in June 30th, actually to be the exact, for AEW Forbidden Door, which we're gonna go down the list on see exactly what went down tonight and what should we expect on tomorrow night's pay-per-view. Which we're going to start off today with Orange Cassidy and Tomohiro Ishii taking on TMDK's Shane Haste and Robbie Eagles. And yeah, let me tell you, like before I get into that, I was like, AEW was let loose and off the chain tonight. Like everything just happens, and then it have us being so excited to see what's going to be the outcomes, what possibly could be the outcomes of Forbidden Door. But yeah, we're going to start off with the tag team matches where we got Orange Cassidy did not waste no time at all. Like after just spinning around with Shane Haste, that's where then they did a little grappling until we got Robbie Eagles then go for a tag right onto Shane Haste. That's where then Shane Haste and try to go for a wrist lock right onto the freshly squeezed Orange wrestler. That's where we got Orange Cassidy goes for leg sliding between under the legs or what's it, the arm of Shane Haste when he tried to go for a clothesline. This is where he goes to the right side. This is where he ducks out of a clothesline. This is where we got Orange Cassidy then go for a kip up. This is where he's like, okay, like I guess as my time is up, like and give my tag partner a turn to get in the ring and be the legal man. He tags in Tomohiro Ishii. This is where then he with not playing around. He wanted to get in the ring and start fighting because that's what all wrestling enthusiasts love doing, is just getting to the point and using their fists to do the talking rather than their mouths. This is where he started hitting some shoulder tackles right on the Haste, but this is where Haste was not going down. This is where every time he tried to go for a shoulder tackle, this is where we got Shane Haste. It was not going down. This is where he started going head to head with the New Japan Pro wrestler. This is where he didn't go to the left side, but this is where we got Ishii that was still standing with a shoulder tackle when Shane Haste tried to go for a shoulder tackle. This is where the Shane Haste was like, okay, you go over there and try to knock me down. This is where Tomohiro Ishii was like, okay, like I'll do it. Like, this is where you go for a shoulder tackle, but this is where we got somehow, like in an interception way, this is where he hits a European uppercut onto Ishii. But once he tried to charge right at Tomohiro, this is where we got Orange Cassidy then was like playing the role as Bugs Bunny in the match, looking like saying like, "And what's up, Doc?" Like, or more likely, "Hey, what's up, bro?" Or whatever he calls his colleagues or his allies or his opponents that he's in a wrestling match with, whether they're from AEW, New Japan, at this case. But anyway, this is where then he's like, "Hey, what's up, Doc?" And then this is where then he dodged out of a clothesline when he ducks into the bottom corner. And then we did it again. He hit the big shoulder block, which I was like, man, like, how come Tomohiro Ishii couldn't done this? Oh, that's right. Like, he's not much of a high flyer. He's rather a heavyweight. But anyway, this is where then we got Orange Cassidy then dodge out of a boot, try to go. It looked like about to hit the German suplex, but he's like, I have a better idea. I'm gonna catch him off guard while Tomohiro didn't catch him right on top, which he did. He pushed him right onto his tag partner. Ishii hits a shoulder tackle right onto Eagles. This is where then he set his eyes right onto Haste. This is where then he tried to run up and try to go for one of his maneuvers. That he gets kicked right into the gut. This is where he did grab on the Orange Cassidy, threw him right to the bottom corner rope. But this is where he didn't try to go for a clothesline. But this is where we got Orange Cassidy then duck out of the way. This is where then we seen a double shoulder tackle from Orange Cassidy and Tomohiro Ishii, with Orange Cassidy doing those flexing his guns, like, and I'll say, I gotta admit, they are pretty impressive, even though he's more likely like a light heavyweight, but still, like, it shows that he works out like frequently. Like, it may not be like a bodybuilder would do, like I don't know who to compare him to a wrestler, but I'll say more likely a bodybuilder. Like, I'll say he's probably not like a Brian Cage kind of level, like muscles, and same with the likes of Randy Orton and Batista, The Rock, John Cena. But he's still like a mini version, like a light heavyweight version of those wrestlers. But anyway, this is where then we got Tomohiro Ishii then start hitting some chops right onto what's his name, to Shane Haste of TMDK. That's where Gunther saw him. He may not be too intimidating to my eyes, but I still find him somewhat intimidating. So I'm just going to say that I'm going to put him in the number 4 list as the guy that's provoking me and making me very envious. And then this is where he puts him right down on the number 4 list of the day's envy list of today, of June 29th. This is where then he then tags in Orange Cassidy. This is where then we got him going up right up on the top rope. This is where then this is where the Tomohiro then flips over Shane Haste. But this is where Shane then got up. I was like, how the hell did he got up from that devastating and intimidating snapmare? This is where Orange Cassidy tried to go for a crossbody, but this is where we got this is where we got Robbie Eagles then tagged himself in the match. This is where then we got saying he tell Orange Cassidy to get down. He's like, what? Which one are you? Like a fruit or a bird? Like, make up your mind. And then this is where then Orange Cassidy say like, yeah, perhaps you're right, Robbie. Like I should get down because I am a fruit, a cool fruit. Like I've been in the refrigerator for the last 12 hours. So yeah, like if I stand up long enough, like I'm gonna get up too high in the sky, in the ceiling, which they have the very bright lights in here. Like, and I'll probably will either shriveled up or even like burn up, like be all fired up or shriveled up or even molded. Like, so I might as well get down where it's cool down here, like the refrigerator that I was laying in before this match. This is where then he goes for a sliding duck right onto what's his name, to Robbie Eagles. Yeah, he was running right to the right side, hits a sliding duck, leapfrogs, and then he goes for like a reverse version of the leapfrog while him laying down on the mat. This is where then he Irish whip him to the left side, but this is where we got Eagles then going for this very impressive arm drag. This is where then he run right to the right side. This is where we got Orange Cat did a bowing duck. Like this is where he then try to catch what's the name, Robbie Eagles, but this is where then Eagles then hit a sliding Hurricane Rana. This is where then we got Eagles then going for an arm drag about like one, but this is where Orange Cassidy then took a page out of his playbook and then hit one of his own. This is where then we got Robbie Eagles and try to go for one, but this is where Orange Cassidy moved or stand there and stood there and not allow him to hit the arm drag. This is where Orange Cassidy's like too slow, my dude. This is where he's like where he's trying to put his hands in his orange pockets. Well, it's actually his blue pockets to his blue jeans, but you get the point. This is where like we got what's his name, Eagles. This is where then we got Robbie Eagles then try to prevent him from doing this. This is where then he paid the price, and then this is where he got twisted around. Like if Orange Cassidy was trying to go for the kill switch, but this is where he'd instead go for snapmare. This is where then he turned into a crucifix roll up, which he thought, most of us thought that he was actually going to go for some kind of a sleeper, and we realized that like Orange Cassidy don't go for submission moves, like at least not yet at this time. But this is where we got him hitting the crucifix. But this is where we got Aubrey Edwards then counted to 2 even. This is where he goes for a headlock right onto what's his name. Onto Robbie Eagles. This is where then he tried to go for a clothesline, the Orange Cassidy out of there, but this is where he countered him, hit him face first right onto the turnbuckle. This is where then we got Orange Cassidy going right up on the top rope. This is where we got Shane Haste try to stop him, but this is where he kicks him right in the face. He knocks him right on the outside. I was like, yeah, I guess I was right a long time ago. He is the AEW Shawn Michaels, which he kind of do, like the way he wears the jeans, and then sometimes where he does the kick and flexes his muscles. Like, but yeah, this is where then we got but next up we got Orange Cassidy start bashing Robbie Eagles' head right onto the turnbuckle for like in the right side, like about 10 straight times until the referee got distracted with Eagles. This is where Haston took advantage and tripped Orange Cassidy right over, and then followed it up with a back suplex right onto the right corner side of the ring apron, which is the hardest part of the ring, more harder than my nephew's race car dinosaur case. Yeah, that didn't even hurt. Not even a single not even a single agonizing pain. Let me rephrase that. But yeah, and this is where then we got Robbie Eagles then took advantage of this outside shenanigans and hit a swanton dive right onto Orange Cassidy. This is where then TMDK then got back in the ring. This is where they did their TMDK pose, like how when Shane Hayes was still Shane Thorns when he was TM61 in NXT. This is where then we got them doing their 2-on-1 disadvantage, or more likely advantage on their side onto Orange Cassidy until we got Orange Cassidy then flip right out of what's his name, Shane Hayes, when he tried to grab onto him. This is where we try to grab on him, push him back right in the corner. This is where he tried to clothesline him. Well, right after he taunted, what's his name, Tomohiro Ishii. This is where he ducks right underneath Shane Hayes. This is where he started crawling and try to go for a tag. This is where we got. This is where then we got him try to go for an ankle lock, but this is where then we got him pushing him right onto the what's his name to the Eagles. This is where he finally gives Tomohiro Ishii the hot tag. This is where he started hitting his comeback moves. This is where he had this is where he got Shane Hayes in the upper left corner side when he tags in Orange Cassidy. This is where we got them hitting their respective strikes right onto him. With Orange Cassidy at first did not, it seemed like he was hitting that much hard strikes, but not until until the next couple of more strikes. That's where they start going back for like, oh, whoa, fans like, whoa, whoa. That's where then we got Eagles then try to help out his friend Haste, but this is where they both hit him with a double strike. We got what's his name, Tomohiro Ishii then going for a suplex on the Shane Haste. This is where we got Orange Cassidy went up on the top rope, hits a lazy elbow drop right onto the Shane Haste. That's where he knew he got the 3, but this is where Shane Haste kicked out at the last second of 2.8. This is where the Orange Cassidy was like, okay, no, that's no problem with me, because I figured that was not going to happen. He took off his elbow pad. He was getting ready to do an attempt of the finishing maneuver that he'll never hit me with, which is the orange punch. But this is where we got Orange Cassidy got intercepted by Shane Hayes. This is where he hits him with this power slam like Falcon Arrow. This is where we got what's his name, Robbie Eagles then attacks Tomohiro Ishii, hits him face first right into the right corner apron. This is where then he tried to go for a pin, but this is where he got kicked out in a near fall. This is where Shane Haston tags in Eagles. This is where then he go for, what's that, like a 619 sweeping kick right onto Tomohiro Ishii's legs. He hits face first in the apron again. That's where then we got him trying to go for his finishing maneuver, but he gets reversed by Orange Cassidy with that flying head scissors and stunner. This is where then he go for a flying head scissors and DDT, but it got reversed by Eagles. He put him in the shoulder, like on the shoulders in the fireman's carry, into like some kind of a driver. He would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for a meddling Ishii that just attacked him and went for the save for Orange Cassidy, like in the nick of time for his freshly squeezed tag partner. This is where Shane Haston tried to go for strikes right on the Ishii, but Ishii hit one single chop that made Gunther reconsider putting him in the number 4 spot and then put him in the number 1. This is where we got Shane Hayes trying to charge at him. But this is where he gets clothesline and he did a 360 like about 5 feet in the air. This is where then Ishii fell right down to the ground. This is where then we got what's his name, Robbie Eagles then got back up. He hits a roundhouse super kick right onto Orange Cassidy. Try to go for sliced bread. But this is where we got Orange Cassidy then and throw him right to the right side. Is where he tried to attempt to go for an orange punch, which is the same move he'll never hit me with. But the second attempt was unsuccessful. He must have been double cursed, unfortunately, because this is where we got, what's his name? Eagles then try to go for what's that? like some kind of a wheelchair roll up, but this is where a wheelchair schoolboy actually. This is where, well, it is kind of a roll up, but this is where he gets kicked out at 2.1. This is where then he tried to go for a figure four, but he gets pushed right onto the right in the upper right side. This is where then he turns around, gets beach break by the freshly squeezed wrestler. This is where he tried to go for the cover. He gets the 1, 2, 3, and the winner of this match and perhaps the third match of the night, the team of Orange Cassidy and Tomohiro Ishii. And then this is where they celebrated. Like this is where then Ishii then check on his tag partner saying, "Are you okay?" This is where when Orange Cassidy said, "Yeah," this is where they eventually got their arms raised, respectively by what's her name, Aubrey Edwards. And I want to give a big congratulations on their win on tonight's tag team match. And what's your thoughts on Orange Cassidy taking on Zack Sabre Jr.? Let's just say they're gonna meet they're gonna meet up face to face and backstage. But this is where we got a tease of somebody wearing some very familiar clothes, drinking the very familiar alcoholic like beverage. I'll say not like not trying to insult him by saying alcoholic. I was saying like describing the drink, like drinking that while sitting in the ground in his living room. This is where then they start playing replays of this guy being fired of the Elite. We all know who exactly it is, and no, it's not Kenny Omega. But just take another guess. It's a guy that got suspended, I believe, like in kayfabe for attacking a official in a triple threat world championship match. And if it's not getting more obvious than it already is, then I don't know what else to tell you guys. But yeah, let's just say this guy might fight Jeff Jarrett in the first round, like in the fourth match, like with and whoever wins gets to face the Switchblade, and whoever wins that match, they're going to face either the Bastard Pack or the American Dragon Bryan Danielson or the Dragon Shingo Takagi. This is where then we got Jericho then said like he was like he and this is where he started being a teacher even though he didn't need to, and there's no segment. This is where Jericho was like this is why he was educating what's his name, Big Bill and Brian Keith, saying how Buffalo is, saying like he was like, this is why Buffalo is the most popular city in the United States when they were coming out of commercial break. And he was like, yeah, that's very big itself. And then this is where then Big Bill's like, yeah, this is a big building. This is where I was like, like, is it bigger than what's it called? Madison Square Garden? And then for those that are experts about buildings and cities, let me know about that in the comments below. I'm not sure if it's the biggest one over New York City's Madison Square Garden, which WWE had their show at. Like, and it's a funny coincidence that both WWE and AEW this weekend are going to be in New York. But anyway, this is where then we got this is where then Jericho said hello to this enhancement wrestler. This is where he was like, it's where they said like how who told you to get the train like that? And this is where he was like, I don't like the way you're getting prepared for a match. Like, who told you that? Like the trainer in the back. This is where Jericho's like, what? Like where the hell does trainer guy at? And this is where they started looking at each room until they got to the bathroom. This is where. Was it in the bathroom? What am I even saying right now? I was like, this is where Chris Jericho's like, I don't like the way your wrist is getting taped. Like, who did that? Like one of the trainer guys in the back. This is where he told the trainer, like, or not trainer. I believe it was a staff member. This is where he's like, it's where he educated this staff member. This is where he was like you tape somebody's wrist, like always, you always loop over 3 times in a row, like, and and you do a quarter on the wrist during the ratch, and then this is where he's like, and then this is where then Big Bill was like, don't forget, and then this is where this and this is where the staff member then walked out. Just where Chris Jericho was like, thanks, guy, like. And then I was like, yeah, this, like, even though like I'm not sure if he needs to do this every single time, but like it's getting very catchy though and very interesting. Like, yeah, this is definitely the I'll say definitely the persona of the this is the persona of the year candidate, I guess you could say. Yeah, I was about to say what's that, the best wrestling persona in AEW, AEW of the year award. Like a future best persona of the year award in AEW. But I was thinking of Thomas Tony Storm. I was like, yeah, like I won't go that far, but I'll say, yeah, he's doing a very fantastic job with this persona. Hopefully he sticks on stay doing this character, like even after he faced Samoa Joe and Hook and Shibata with is one of his students, Redwood Big Bill, and their partner for Forbidden Door, which I wonder who might be. Well, let's just say he revealed it tonight, but I'm not going to get to it until I talk about that. But for now, I'm gonna talk about what Chris Jericho said before the segment ended. That's where it's like, get a little more advice from the learning tree. Like when you go to the trainer's room, like take a roll of tape and put it in your bag. That's where you have to pay for it later. Like he's teaching them how to do the five. He was basically teaching Brian Keith and Big Bill like teaching them how to do the 5-finger discount, even in the wrestling arena. Like make sure to put it in your bag so you don't have to pay for it later. And I was like, you're really teaching them how to steal, like really, Chris Jericho. You're supposed to be a role model, and you're trying to teach them how to break the law. Like, what world are we living in right now? Like, what's next? Like, he's gonna teach them how to rob a jewelry store or a bank. I mean, it's possible. Even though it's all part of the skit, it's just not right to be teaching kids that it's all right to be doing something that's wrong. But even though he didn't tell him to do that, he's just telling him to steal something that's pathetically minor, which is stealing some wrist tape. But this is where we got Brian Keith and grab on the box. This is where he put it underneath his injured arm. This is where Chris Jericho's like, "Come on, guys!" This is where they left out to go to the back, like this, or not the back, like to go right up in the right up into in another room, like perhaps their locker room or their classroom, where they start doing more sessions of the learning tree. This is where we got Stephanie Backer was heading out to the ring. And I was like, man, like if they weren't doing that weigh-in segment thing, like between Swerve and Ospreay, I'll say this match should have definitely main evented. But anyways, this is where we got, it was Stephanie Backer against Lady Frost. It was a female goat taking on a snow woman, I believe. Yeah. Or an icy woman, a female ice monster. I think it was a female Yeti. Yeah, it was a goat. It was an evil female an evil female hellish goat taking on a female Yeti. No, I'm just kidding. It was Lady Frost and Stephanie Backer. But yeah, this is where they entered the ring. This is where, before they got the match started, this is where we got the CEO making her way out to the arena, and she was holding on to her TBS championship. This is where she was. That's where then we saw her sitting down on one of the commentary chairs, like right into the left side of the area. I was like I'm surprised she's not sitting with the commentators. Like maybe not, because like she really must be a wrestling enthusiast. Like I know she loves it, loves wrestling much more than a stripper loves. Never mind. I'm not gonna make the comparisons like that. But yeah, But yeah, this is like, don't you think it's a little too much, like CEO? Like really, like I was telling her like that, and I was like I know you like wrestling so much to the point that you want to sit up close in the front row watching it. I mean, like if I was in the business, I probably would do the same thing. But at the same time, like I'm just not sure if it's the safest option. But anyway, this is where we got the match. This is where we got Lady Frost was not playing around, and